Focus on Ghana is brought to you in association with MoneyGram.
Ghana's democracy has survived various tests since 1992 and has been a sterling example on the African continent with the way the country handled the last election result dispute. There is a call for political and electioneering reforms. What reforms are being proposed and for when? A discussion on multi-party governance reforms before 2016 elections is next on Focus on Ghana. Hello again and welcome to yet another edition of the program Focus on Ghana. We discuss the African story from the Ghanaian perspective and give you the opportunity to contribute to the discussion, all in the interest of national and continental development. There has been a call for Ghana to reform its democracy and the way politics is run in the country. The call has been for legislation to govern the way political parties organize and run their internal politics before general elections. Some have even gone to the extent of asking for a total overhaul of the nation's constitution. We are in this edition going to have a look at the propositions that have been put in place. But we would first of all go for the news with Ya Nyako.
Thank you, Kweku. Despite Ghana's gloomy economic outlook, President John Dramani Mahama has given yet another assurance that the economy is recovering at this year's May Day celebrations at the Independence Square in Accra. Many analysts locally and abroad believe the Ghanaian economy has suffered major dislocations, with the local currency suffering a record loss in value in the first quarter of this year. The president did acknowledge challenges, but maintained that the government's measures of stabilizing the economy were yielding positive results. The energy minister has announced setting up a committee to investigate the Tema oil refinery pipeline leakage that led to a fire outbreak on Tuesday. At least one person was killed and 3 others injured after an explosion on the pipeline linking the refinery to a nearby port. The Tema oil refinery says it had lost nearly $300,000 as a result of the explosion. Members of the committee will be drawn from the National Petroleum Authority, the Energy Ministry and National Security. According to the Bank of Ghana, the cedi's continuous depreciation against major trading currencies like the US dollar, British pound and the euro, as well as the continuous hikes in inflation, is having a toll on profits of banks. Highlights from banks' income statements showed some slowdown in their earnings performance for the period ending February 2014. The banking industry's net interest income, for example, registered a growth of 40.4% in February this year, compared with 60.2% growth recorded in the same period last year. And finally, 17-year-old high school senior Kwesi Enin, who was accepted into each of the 8 U.S. Ivy League universities, has finally chosen Yale after careful consideration. Enin received acceptance letters from Brown, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, Harvard, Princeton, the University of Pennsylvania and Yale. The young genius, who plans to go to medical school and become a doctor, made the announcement at his local school in Mastic Beach, New York.
I'm extremely grateful for the warm welcome, generosity that each university extended to me throughout this decision-making process. Each school has unique characteristics and so much to offer, which made this an incredibly difficult decision. I look forward to the next phase of life and the amazing opportunities that await me.
I only hope that he will be an inspiration to all kids, that with hard work and dedication, they can all make it.
I'm excited and proud to announce that this fall, I'll become a member of the Yale University class of 2018.
That's with the news round. Kweku.
Thank you very much. That young man is spoiled for choice, and we believe he is going to do very well and make us all proud. We are having a discussion on the electoral reforms that have been proposed for the democracy in Ghana. We shall be having inputs from Ghana on the various proposals that have been put in place and will be coming from the academia. But I have the political figures here, chairman of the NDC, chairman of the MPP, and from the University of London School of Oriental and African Studies. Gentlemen, let me go to the academia first and ask, if it is that we say Ghana has done so well when it comes to democracy, what are we talking about? What has made Ghana stand out?
What has made Ghana stand out is actually to be able to conduct elections, free and fair elections. And have results peacefully conducted, and subsequently, even if there was a dispute, that the dispute can actually be handled openly, properly, in the right jurisdictions, and their results accepted by all parties, whether or not they are palatable.
Well, then let me ask, the main opposition in 2008, 2012, you had issues with the fact that the results didn't go your way. 2012, we had that long and historical dispute. If it is that things have been free and fair, as has been described, why did he go to court then?
Well, I think, first of all, just to make the point that Michael was talking about, you know, clearly Ghana's made significant democratic gains. Let's look all the way back to 92, since the Fourth Republican Constitution. We've held successive elections, and those successive elections have returned governments of the day. We've had an opportunity to also change governments, arguably one of the first in Africa to be able to change from one party to the other. So that was historic in itself. And, you know, we've seen it all in Ghana in that sense. So our democracy is maturing since 1992. The events of 2012 were unique. Unique from the point of view of the issues that cropped up after the election. The elections were organized by the Electoral Commission. We saw it fit to take the case to court because at the time there was clearly evidence to suggest that there were certain issues with the election result. And of course, being a party that believes in the rule of law, a party that believes in the Constitution, a party that believes in the provisions that that Constitution gives to any electoral issues, we had a limited time frame within which to bring the matter to court. And
well, looking at that, and let me also find out from you, Kofi, from the standpoint of the NDC, the strides that we have made, the apt definition that Dr. Michael Amwa gave, what would you say to be the success story?
Well, I think, you know, what everybody has said is true. You know, I think the fact that we've been able to organize elections that in African context has been peaceful. We have had issues with elections before, but on the whole, we have come out, you know, well, and then we have been able to resolve our differences, whether in court or outside courts. You know, this is not the first time that people have disputed elections. NDC themselves have disputed elections before, you know, but at the end of the day, we come to some kind of agreement and accepted the elections one way or the other. And we have progressed, we have moved on, you know, we haven't, you know, we've seen so many countries, you know, gone on to destroy the country, the very country that they are supposed to be protecting because of elections dispute. You know, so we haven't done that in Ghana. So I think it's we have been able to move government from one party to the other on 2 or 3 occasions. You know, and we are moving on. I believe that is the story of Africa.
Well, we cannot dispute the fact that democracy is all about choices, and to make a choice, definitely have to go through elections, and the proper way we would have to go through that. Well, viewers, you can join us via text or voice. The telephone number is 0207 501 7701, 0207 501 7701, or you can send an email to focusonghana@voxafrica.com. Now, the strides that we have made, the successes we have chalked, we all believe that we're doing it right. Should there be any change at all if it is that we're doing it right?
Oh yes, there always has to be changes in order to bring improvements.
Right.
As we say, necessity is the mother of invention. It is always necessary to make improvements, which actually means that after the election, all relevant parties, institutions have to sit down and look at where things went wrong and how we can improve on that. And of course also there are innovations in society. So the systems have to catch up with innovation, have to catch up with societal change, human behavior and all that. So we need to factor all that into the equation, as well as with technology, and be able to get the best deal out of what is available, the state of the art, as it were.
Well, what do you think might be the shortfalls that would necessitate a change, Michael?
I think first of all, we have to acknowledge that our democratic institutions are developing. So be it the legislature, be it the executive, be it the judiciary, we're going through a process of development. And we've been on this path for, you know, the last 20 odd years, 22 years now. So clearly that development is happening. When we talk about change, we don't mean change just for the sake of change, but change that seeks to improve, change that seeks to make our election process even better and give our people confidence in the process. It's all about confidence. When we make that choice, we're making that choice on the sanctity of the vote.
Okay. And
it's important that the way we count the vote, the way we, all the issues that go there.
The whole process naturally will be under scrutiny here. We're taking that short bit of a break, and when we come back, we'll be looking at the process, how we went through from 1992, or we have gone through from 1992 to date. Focus on Ghana is looking at constitutional reform that has been proposed, and of course the electioneering and the democratic situation in the country. We'll return after this.
Focus on Ghana is brought to you in association with MoneyGram.